Personally, I don't know if I'll ever find love, and here's why. I've always just felt really lonely, and I've definitely been very desperate to find someone, and I mean that kind of explains how I even got in my relationship in the first place, because it very much was out of desperation. It always amazed me how people that don't even seem to be looking for it and don't take it seriously are the ones to get way more action than me. I get almost nothing. Okay, let me rephrase that quick. I get absolutely nothing, and I can barely even get my own friends to text me. I'm lucky to even get one text for the entire day. But anyways, it causes me to overthink. Am I not good enough for other people? Am I not wanted? What's wrong with me? I've always felt like I would be a really good partner that would stick around for a while. So how come I don't get anything? I couldn't even believe how there would be girls that would be willing to give themselves up super easily, and they barely would even acknowledge me. So I felt like I couldn't pull online. Okay, whatever. Then in person, I get someone that thinks I'm cute, they add me on Snap, and they basically just ghost my ass. They don't even bother to read my messages, so what do I even do? And I think what hurts me the most is that, do I even want what's going to be left? I hate putting it this way, but even if I save myself, by the time I even find someone, they could have already been ran through. I'm a completely untouched virgin. I've never had my first kiss, and I don't even think I've had a hug. And you're telling me that I'm supposed to save myself for, what, a girl with more mileage than a 1999 Honda Accord? So even if I do find someone else later on in life, I'll just feel like I lost. I'll just feel like I'm a loser. What am I there for? If I couldn't even find someone special to share that first experience with and have it be both of our first times, it's just gonna feel weird. And then as well, they could totally end up with the feeling that I'm not as satisfying as one of their previous partners, so why would they want to stay with me? To me, it just seems off-putting when I'm a virgin and my partner could end up having a body count of 30, 50, possibly even triple digits. And I think the most obvious thing is that, yeah, I really don't have any sort of love for myself, and I've always struggled with that. Self-love has been something that is just not with me. I just don't know how to really have it. So in that sense, how should I expect other people to love me when I can't even love myself at all? Now for a second, let's go back to my first relationship. Long story short, it was long distance. We were both in different countries. It probably wasn't gonna work out. And obviously, yeah, there were a lot of red flags, and she probably was just cheating on me the entire time, which I wouldn't doubt. So in the end, my friends were all like, how did you fall for it? Why did you even put that much emotion and your feelings into her? Well, what do you think happens when that is the first girl that ever tells you, I love you? What do you think happens when that's the first girl that ever shows you any sort of love or affection? And it wasn't so much about losing her, it was the feeling of never being able to find something like that ever again. And I don't care how dramatic it sounds, that's exactly what's going through my mind. Cause not on some Sweet Home Alabama type shit, but that is the first person that is not a family member that's ever shown me any sort of real love or affection. I don't even think I have friends that tell me I love you. I don't even think I've had a friend that's given me a hug. I've really just never had anything. So when that's the first person that shows you any sort of real love, even if it is fake and even if they are lying, of course, it's gonna feel great. And once I lost that, it just really hurt more than ever because it's something I've never had before. So instead of having the feeling of, oh, I can move on to someone else, no, I don't have anyone that I can move on to. I don't know anyone that would be willing to take me, and I'm very unsure if I will ever find someone like that again. So while she would have no problem finding someone else, what the hell do? I can't even get my own friends to acknowledge me. What do you think random girls are gonna think of me? I'm just like a ghost to everyone. People just don't really acknowledge my existence a lot of the times. And if anything, I'm probably gonna end up dead before I even find love, so there's that. But then I started to care less about love, and I just wanted something. Even if it is just like a quick hookup or like a quick little bit of something where we both have some fun with each other, but we don't put any real feelings or emotion into it. I'd be fine with something like that, but again, I have nobody to do that with at all. And even girls that have gone through like plenty of other guys besides me, they wouldn't even give me the time of day. They wouldn't even acknowledge me, and it just makes me feel even worse because it's like even the girls that are supposed to be easy to get are just unobtainable to me. I don't even know how that's possible. Even though a little unrelated, I started focusing more on my appearance and my looks pretty much as a coping mechanism because I just figured that I was never good enough. I needed to make myself more attractive. I needed to make myself more appealing because I already just don't have much skill talking to people. So I figured that if I'm more attractive, it'll at least up my chances or make it easier. But even that was to no avail. So in the end, I don't even know what to really do anymore. It's something I want, but I just can't seem to get it. And obviously, I keep my parents entirely out of it if possible, because if I listened to them, yeah, most definitely I would be a virgin for the rest of my life. There's no doubt about it. I would really like to find love at some point, but I really just don't know if that's possible. Especially with this generation and my age, you're really never going to find true love. Relationships just don't really last anymore, and it's really hard to find people that are committed. But to me, I didn't even really care about that anymore. Even if they did just last maybe a few months at a time, it's at least something. I don't even care if it's all lust at this point and there's no love. To me, that's something. That's something I just have never had. And I really don't want to have to think about it all the time. I know sometimes it can get a little overbearing and annoying if I constantly mention that I'm lonely and I want to find someone. But it's just something that always sticks around in my mind for whatever reason. It's like I really want to find someone. I really want to have my first time. I want to feel like I'm living my life. I want to feel like I'm doing something. I want to make connections with people. So as much as I want those thoughts to go away and just be able to carry on with my life, it just never leaves me. And I hate when I think that way. It makes work really tough too, because I always just see people around me. You all notice these happy couples and all these people that are in relationships, have children, and then you just start to reflect, what am I doing? People out here really being in relationships and having kids, and I'm literally just stuck with a minimum wage job. And I'm just stuck feeling depressed about my life because I just feel like I'm not living life. Admittedly, at my age, there's not much to really do, but certainly there's more than just feeling the way that I do all the time. And it always pains me when people say, oh, you'll find someone, when you're just assuming. You don't really know if I am ever going to find someone. And at this point, yeah, I don't know, especially with like the way my mental health is going. I don't even know if I'm going to be alive for that. So we'll see. But that's going to be it for this episode, and until next time.